Welcome back, everybody, to the Sharpshooter Sports Talk. I am your humble and gracious host, Mr. Brinsky Sharp, on the ones, the twos, the threes, the four, and the fives and the six. Appreciate everybody back in the house tonight, man. As always, man, we got a lot to talk about. It's SEC Media Day. Well, it's concluded today, but I'm glad that everybody up in here. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Please hit run up the lights, run up the lights, run up the lights. Because if I'm not mistaken, we are 103 subscribers away from what? 2,000 subs. So
Nice.
get your boy over there. It costs $0.00 to support somebody. But appreciate everybody joining in, and I'm about to introduce this lovely cast, everybody. But but I'm gonna say the guest for last. Y'all already know, man, Mr. SC season, who still hasn't fixed none of his flags from behind. Auburn is
Like
not in order of Alabama, so we need to fix
no,
that.
like
Mr. SC season himself and Auburn fanatic, our good friend and brother, Tez.
man, how y'all doing, man? How y'all doing?
Hey, man.
Happy to be here.
Uh-oh. Always good to see you, brother. Always. And just happy to have you here. And, man, y'all already know, man, a very, very special guest that hasn't been on the show in a minute. This man came up on the show when I wasn't even doing lives. That's just how dope he is, man. That's been that long, man. It wasn't even no live shows, and this man was up here when I was afraid to even do a live. A good friend and buddy, another superstar in this industry that folks need to put some respect on, and gonna be one of those people in this industry that I will happy to say that I know and say is a great friend. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all show you love for Mr. Unfair Sports, one half of it, our good friend and brother, Jay Smith. What's going on, man?
What it do, Kim folks? What it do? Appreciate you, Brinsky. Yeah, it's been a minute, man. I know my toothbrush probably ain't there no more. It's okay. Well, I'll bring a new one. That way I can get back in there more often.
Oh, yeah, man. You know the season about to start, man. So it's about to really, really ramp up. And matter of fact, I have to say this while it's fresh on my mind. I said something about you twice. I know in a very, very negative way, but it was in a friendly negative way.
Talking smack.
Oh, yes. I was definitely talking smack.
So much pain.
And it was the Alabama-Oklahoma game. Because I remember leading up into that week, I was like, you know what? Throw out the S's and O's. I just want to beat these boys so bad so I can go and look on their channel and see how sad they are. And damn it felt good. It felt so good. I wanted to tell you that so bad. So I'm happy to tell you that now.
It's okay. I understand because
y'all been owning us, man. I ain't gonna lie.
A lot of pain comes from taking L's on the road when you're a top 10 team, and then at the crib to a squad you felt like you should have gave the business to. I get it. And you know what? I'm not mad at the revenge factor. Being up 17-0 and then fumbling the bag, that's on us. Y'all were prepared to force the fumbling of the bag, and y'all took advantage of it. So I ain't mad.
Oh, yeah, man. It's all good, man. I'm just happy we ain't playing y'all allegedly this year. Unless we meet up in the playoffs or the SEC championship. We'll see how everything go.
I got something on that, but go ahead. Yeah, we'll do that later.
Okay, shit, man. Oh, man. Hey, please don't let me forget that part then.
No worry. I will bring it up later.
Thank you. That's perfect. That's perfect for me. Well, shoot, man. Of course, everybody up in here. Steven, good to see you. Stephen, Steven up in here. Steve up in here. Anitra up in here. Larry, good to see you, man. Jay Mims, always good to see you. Toya, man, y'all tell everybody come on over, man. We about to talk some stuff. Coach Shawn more than likely gonna roll up in here in a minute, so we'll see him in a second. But fellas, SEC Media Day has concluded. A lot of mudslinging in this one. I love it. Give us something to talk about, man. I'll start with you, Jay. You can start anywhere, wherever you want to go with this. I don't care. We'll just go with the flow, whatever. What
I ain't
was
mad at it.
on this days?
Media Days was fun. Shout out to Pete Golden, man. He gave us a whole bunch of personality. Like, it's funny. I've
Yeah.
seen somebody did like a straw poll not too long ago on it, and he's the most loved person out of SEC Media Days. And then, of course, who the most hated was. So I thought it was a very good and very interesting concept. There is that Pete Golden ain't had to be able to really do much for people to be on his side, because the dude that's on the opposite side of that, everybody just hate his guts. Like, he's put himself in a situation where he's just very easy to hate. And truthfully, not gonna keeping it a buck, when he kind of talked about the circumstance, not Golding, but Lane Kiffin, because y'all know exactly what he's talking about. But when he was kind of talking about that circumstance, and he talked about the dying part, we all gonna die. He talked about his dad and his mom passed, really mainly his dad, really, at the end. He talked about all of that. I kind of felt him. I understood. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have, both my parents are gone. And so it's one of those, navigating the world. I mean, I'm older like him. I'm in my 40s, so I'll be all right. But you do get a little different perspective, especially when you start looking at your own kids. His son Knox is a senior. He about to finish up high school ball. His mindset is so much different in that, while at the same time, this dude just enjoys being a troll and enjoys antagonizing everybody. Like, no matter what he says or does, he loves it. So I understood him, kind of felt him in a capacity, but at the same time, Pete Golden was the winner of that one. You know what I'm saying? He leaned in on the tampering. Now, I thought that was interesting. That was a very, I expected it from him on the lean in on the tampering stuff, but man, he was like, I mean, what's the problem? I don't see an issue. Type deal. So thought that was pretty funny, if there was anything to really, really dig into for real.
Yeah, man, because I mean, I could just tell, man, he seems different and whatnot. I know everybody want to call me now, but it seemed like everything.
That thing on D&D for the next hour, man. I always have my phone on D&D when I go live.
I usually do, and this was one of those times I was like, bruh.
It never fails, dog. You get a call as soon as you go live. It never fails.
Never see exactly.
See?
No, I like, man, but that's what I said, man. Lane about to have an interesting year anyway. I would say he haven't even really felt it for real. I feel like that third game of the season, which I know for a fact is going to be a night game. I think it's already announced. Like College Game Day gonna be down there.
Yes,
anyway.
That's a night game. They got to. You gotta have that as a night game if you're gonna be dealing with Lane Train like that.
Oh my God. That one is about to be off the rockers, man. I can't wait for that, man, because you just see, like, with Trinidad Chambliss and Kawan Lacey, how they were just talking like, oh, that's my head coach from last year. Or whatnot. Whatever happened last year, that was last year. Or whatnot. So they trying to go for it all this year. I'm just interested in seeing how this gonna go. But I know Tez has an interesting relationship with Lane Kiffin. That's his favorite head coach.
I know, man. You know how I feel about Lane. I think he's great. But I feel you on the Pete Golden thing. Felt like a coming out party. Like, didn't it feel like a debut? Like, the moment he took the podium, it was just like, here it is. This is the Pete Golden you're gonna get this year in the Ole Miss. Like, it was, he put the uniform on, so to speak. It felt like kind of, and I liked everything about it. Like, everything that he said. If you're an Ole Miss fan, you got to feel confident about him. He looked like a head coach. He spoke like a head coach. Yeah, I think as far as Lane Kiffin goes, man, I think this went according to Lane Kiffin's plans. I think every coach got a Lane Kiffin question.
Yeah.
Like every single one. And like Lane would have it no other way. Right? Like it was perfect for him. And man, you got when I talk about Lane Kiffin, man, I it's merely his personality. I think the guy is a great coach. And I think his personality is actually, like, I would love to hang around Lane Kiffin, right? I think that's a, fun person to hang around. Just when it comes to football, he is always his own enemy. Like he's the only thing standing in his way of greatness at every stop he's been. That's the only problem I have with Lane Kiffin. And like to see this whole media day with everybody getting the Lane question is like feeding into that to me. And I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see how he performs with the bigger expectations that come with LSU football. Because that's something that he's never had before. So
yeah, with
it was interesting, man.
Yeah, with the expectations and the players, like the expectations at an all-time high for him, but the players, the type of talent he has on that team, best he ever had. I don't know about at the quarterback position that's starting. I like Longstreet better than Sam Levitt, but I feel like he just still need time to develop. But he may be the guy. Who knows in due time. But who y'all think won like media day, like coaches wise? Like who just y'all like you just came in there and he just owned the show.
I think one of the more impressive coaches was who won it, and I felt like knocked it out the park with how they approached everything. If I'm being honest, I kind of like the new coaches. I really liked how Will Stein approached it. I liked how Summerall approached it. I liked how Alex Golish approached it. I feel like they basically they exuded confidence. And same thing with Pete Golding. They all exuded confidence, and it felt like they belonged there.
Mm-hmm.
Like Silverfield, I don't know about him. I'm just gonna keep that a buck. I don't know about that man. Yeah, he talked about aura and all of that. I'm just like, yeah, no, that's not the. Okay, good. Your wife is hot. Cool. We all know our wives are hot. That's what matters. You're gonna say that. She's gonna choke you out when you get home. But the aura thing was weird with him. But I think the other ones they exuded enough confidence and spoke with conviction to make me be like, okay. Y'all gonna be competitive in time if you get enough time to be able to be competitive.
Yeah, man. Because I'm about to say the whole thing. Because I know I don't want it to be a thing, man. Because he mentioned his wife, like in his opening press conference. He said, "How you know you?" So I think somebody asked him, "How you know you're a great recruiter?" He said, "Don't look at my wife."
Yeah, exactly right. That's what I'm saying.
Like it was cool then, but you keep mentioning your wife, like. God, dog, bro.
Are you okay? Do you think your wife's not as hot as you think you're trying to say? We good? We Gucci? We Gucci, my guy?
I'm like the joke's starting to get a little stale now. Like, oh, it was perfect for your opening conference. But if you're gonna keep doing this over and over and over, I'm like, it's gonna get kind of stale after all. But I think Will Stein was like the coach that really just
he stepped up
the tone for the whole week. I was like, okay. I still, I'm like, okay, this how we coming in. I felt like that probably knocked off the rust for a lot of those coaches. Like, oh, okay, that's how we coming. You saying, oh, how you gonna win because of you? Okay.
And so wait, this is acceptable? This is acceptable? All right, I'm gonna do it.
Go ahead.
I was about to say that's what I was about to talk about. Like to have a coach. And it hit hard for Will Stein because nobody knew what to expect from Will Stein. Right? Like coming up there on the podium, first time head coach in the SEC, taking over a program who put a lot of money in the transfer portal to try to win now. Right? Nobody knew what to expect from Will Stein. He gets up there and he's like, yeah, why are we gonna win? Because of me. Right? That hits hard for Will Stein. Be clear though. That same type of conviction will get criticized if some other coaches said it.
Fair.
Yeah.
Like the truth be told. It is not that I think anything is wrong with it, but like if I'm being honest here, it's a lot of coaches that can't say that. Right?
If Lane did that, they would lose their mind.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. That would be headlines. throughout the thing.
Crucifixions.
I like Alex Golish, man, and I know that sounds biased, of course, and a lot of
man,
it
you
is
gotta be
biased.
biased. I like Golish.
A lot of it is
Same.
biased, but a lot of it was just intrigue as a
Mhm.
fan, wanting to know what he was gonna say.
Mhm.
And particularly how he put together the whole media days with. I was on the phone with B Sharp when we saw the selection,
Mhm.
and to take Champ Anthony, of course Byron Brown was gonna be there, and then to take the kicker is just like, man, when he explained the stories of like how they overcome injuries, how they had to do all of this, and you think about the current state of Auburn, what he's trying to build, and the culture he's trying to build, like they represent that. Like I think he did a good job of using that opportunity to send more of a message to the team than to kind of play the media day game, and I loved it from a fan's perspective.
And I would give credit to, I think, one of my favorite coaches in the conference, which is your coach, Jay. BV. I like, man, I don't know why I just love BV. And you just came in there like, okay. And
I mean, I tell you why. Everybody, that dude's one of the best speakers and motivators out there. Dude, you want to run through a wall when you listen to that dude talk, man.
Yeah.
You do. And he's just beloved as a person. I thought it was, to even add to that, I thought it was fascinating how many people talked about Brent Venables. How many questions, of course, Oklahoma people asked the question, but how glowingly they talked about him. Like, there's coach speak of, okay, I think he's really good. No, the mastermind statement, that's not coach speak. I don't care what anybody say. You don't hear people say, oh, this guy's just one of the best to do it. They'll be like, he's really good. He always has teams players. He has good players. That's your coach speak. But when somebody says somebody's a mastermind, or Pete Golden saying he's the first person I called when I got this head coaching job because I need to understand what I should do next to fill my roster, fill my staff. And, hearing people say stuff like that, like I feel like Jeff Lebby's was coach speak. But that was more so because they have a relationship. There's no real reason for him to really, glaze him. Like, but DeBoer coming out and saying, I mean, he does a great job of countering. We counter, but then he counters back. The way that he talked about it, he was like, no, this is a chess match that I enjoy playing against. Like most coach speak is just very neutral of, I don't want to get bulletin board material. Nah, this dude's like, I enjoy playing chess against this guy. It's a fun matchup. We all enjoy good competition. Nobody will lie to you and say that they don't enjoy good competition. Like we all want to dominate, but when you see someone that you feel like could potentially be better than you, you want to one up them. But you also gonna have respect unless you just hate that person's guts. And that to me was the biggest thing is you can tell none of those coaches hate BV. They actually like him. Right? They actually like him as a person and they feel like he doesn't do them wrong. And that to me was a big deal in the way the conversations went with BV. And like you mentioned, Brinsky, like, I don't know why I like this guy. Everybody says that. Like, I don't know why I like BV so much. I do. He makes you feel good. You want to play for somebody like that. You want somebody that's going to motivate the hell out of you like that. It's the best part about having him as a head coach, man. You just like, yeah, you're pretty good at this stuff, dog.
Man, the one thing, especially when y'all was talking about he on the hot seat and stuff, I'll tell you right now, if I was a head coach at Alabama, he's one of my first calls.
Guaranteed.
I was like, man, I am not letting this man sit on the couch long. They fire you in 1 second. I'm giving you the phone call the next second.
I've told that to so many Sooner fans about him and our offensive line coach, Bill Beaton on Bo. Right? I'm like, okay, I understand that y'all want more. Not going to argue with that. I was like, but do y'all understand that the minute that you let this dude go, they're going to get hired the next day unless they decide that they don't want to work anymore? Someone's going, high profile jobs. Bama would call him for be an analyst or, hey, you want to run the DC for us? We'll bring you in for that, right? There's too many places. You should feel privileged that the moment your coach comes available, other big programs will call. That is a privilege very few have that they can say. Because a lot of these head coaches, if they get let go, they're going to be an analyst somewhere. If that's the case, cool. I wouldn't have any beef with getting fired. BV would not be an analyst anywhere. It would either be he's done working because he's going to take care of his wife and just chill, or somebody wants him to be their DC immediately. You got to be careful with that. DeBoer, he gets canned. Guess what? He's going to be a head coach somewhere else in the P4. They're going to snatch him up immediately. So you got to keep that in perspective. I understand you want more out of him. You don't want them to be complacent. But, buddy, they are in demand. And I know some job places will fire their coach to snatch up one of these dudes to be their new coach, head coach, or at least coordinator.
And before we go any further, hold on, Tiz, because I meant to bring him up. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all already know our good old brother and friend, Alabama A&M's own former running back and graduate. Like I say, one of the most underrated people on these YouTube streets, and gonna tell you like it is, and gonna break it down like never before. Y'all show your love to our brother and friend, Coach Shawn. What's up, brother?
It's good, G.
What's going on, fellas?
How y'all boys doing? What's good?
What's up, Jay? What's going on?
What up, Coach? You good?
Yeah, man. That damn Huntsville traffic, man.
Happy Thursday, basically. Happy Thursday. The weekend's in front of us, though. That's what matters.
If you from this area, you know if it's a wreck on that 565, boy, it's over with. Like,
good luck.
Tiz, what's going on with you, boy?
What's happening, Coach?
You blinding me with all that light you got on your chest right there about the
man.
Blinding,
man. You mean that dirt?
My Auburn dad, bro.
Yes, you are a Auburn dad. No, your daughter is a Auburn graduate. That's what I'm saying. And Jay, Jay, your child graduated from college too, didn't they?
Yeah, my daughter graduated from LSU.
See, man.
Okay.
See, look at that, man.
That's a blessing, man.
She LSU grad, and my son's headed to Oklahoma. He's headed to OU here in the fall. So I'm empty nest and excited. I got got college grad and one about to go start his college journey.
What's up, bro?
Hey, man, that would have made the Auburn and Oklahoma, Auburn and LSU game better, man. Because your daughter just graduated too. That's why I said we'll talk about that later. But Coach Shawn, man, you came in at the perfect time, man. Because I was talking about, man, I was saying what coach won media days for you, but I think Jay made it better. Like who, like most intriguing head coach that you seen at media days?
I mean, for me, man, I've only caught quotes of it. And shout out to the chat, man. Everybody in the chat. I've only caught quotes from certain people, and but I really think, to me, man, I like Texas A&M coach. I like him. You know what I mean? He got a lot to prove this year with the team he got coming back. But this is just me, man. You know, I'm not saying it just because Jay up here. If you notice, I said this last time we was up here. Brent Venables for me, man. Brent Venables for me.
We just talking about it.
We was literally just talking about it.
Bro, listen. You got to put stuff into perspective, man. This is a team that the quarterback, the actual keys to the engine, this guy had surgery, played Texas. They got beat pretty good by Texas. They went on a run. They come back. They got receivers hurt. They got 2-3 freshmen in the offensive line, and they still made the damn playoffs, man. They still made the playoff. People forget that, man. So you got a lot of pieces back, one of the best defensive players in the country back, and Brent knows it. Did you see the confidence he was talking with? A coach know, man, when you got a good team coming back. As a coach, you know that. Everybody know. So for me, it was Brent. Kirby, I love Kirby. Mm-hmm. Kirby would not let you know. Kirby would not let you forget that. And if you listen to what Kirby said, who does he sound like? We're worried about consistency and performance. Who does he sound like? Who does he sound like?
Mm-hmm. So Saban.
Yeah, and so it was one guy. Actually, he was a reporter from Huntsville, and he asked him, and I'm paraphrasing. He was asking about the lack of production from the receiver spot. And Kirby kind of cut him at the knees, kind of pretty much said, and I'm paraphrasing, well, they'll hear what you're saying. So, Kirby's going to use all this disrespect toward his team. So will Brent, so will these guys. To me, the pressure's on people like Sark, people like Texas, people like Lane Kiffin. The pressure's on them guys to win. I mean, it's pressure on everybody, but they got to for real win now. Like, I'm talking about no room. You know what I mean? People not giving Oklahoma the credit, of course, not giving Bama the credit. And for some reason, everybody's just down on Georgia. So, yeah, for me, it would be Brent Venables and Kirby Smart for me.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
I was going to say, yeah, to that point that we were just talking about that. And telling Brinsky, similar to like with even Kalen DeBoer and stuff, certain coaches, if they lose their job, they're immediately getting snatched up by somebody else. Like one of the top programs in the country going to find a way they'll make space for you to be the co-offensive coordinator, be the core offensive coordinator, be the defensive coordinator. They're going to find ways to get you. And that's the one thing I appreciate most about BV is the praise. The Kirby Smart even said, so like I've done a few videos on my channel over at Unfair Sports over the last couple of days of people making comments about BV because a few of them have made those comments. Kalen DeBoer praised him as a mastermind on defense. And that's not coach speak. I've had some people in the comments say, it's coach speak. Like, I'm like, oh, really? I didn't recognize that. It's not coach speak. Coaches don't just outright say somebody else is a mastermind. They'll say, they're good. They got good players. That's coach speak, is being as neutral as possible. You don't want to create bulletin board material. Now, this dude was glazing in a way, right? And they were showing praise to each other. That's a big deal. You should have an appreciation for when coaches do that. Kirby Smart, he was talking about they got one of our recruits, our former player, Gentry Williams. It's his 5th year in college. He's dealt with some shoulder injuries or whatnot. And so that's kind of made him in and out of the lineup. And that's kind of how our true freshman, Cortland Guillory, kind of won the starting job. He was going to play, but Gentry dealing with injuries and offseason shoulder surgeries made it easier for him to just snatch that spot up, snatch his chain. And Kirby talked about how he got him out the portal, and he said, the one thing I know is when I get a Brent Venables player, they're going to understand coverages, they're going to understand technique, they're going to understand this and that. He literally just praised how his players are coached. Dog, like, what else can I say to like Sooner Nation? Like, listen, other coaches are praising your dude. He just got to figure out how to put it together as a head coach on the other side of the ball that technically he doesn't control. He just got to figure it out on the head coaching side of it. But they're praising his side of the ball. They're talking about, hey, man, basically he said, if you can go snatch up a Brent Venables defensive player, go do it. They'll be ready to play defense. All you got to do is teach them your system. But they ready to play. They know everything else about playing their position. You just got to teach them how to play it in the way in your system works. Highest praise you'll ever get out of anybody. Can't beat that.
Hey man, we love Brent Venables over here, man.
I love it.
That's a whole fact.
Like I said, him, coach, John Summerall, one of my favorite hires of the cycle, Alex Golish, all these guys. That's what I said, man. I think the SEC has the best coaching overall. Like, it's not even close. Like, the personalities and stuff starting to look like the Big Ten, not the Big Ten, the Big East in basketball, how they used to have all those legendary head coaches in the conference. But man, since I said that about the coaches, which player y'all found most intriguing? Now, this should be interesting. Had a whole bunch of players, finding out one of our players getting married.
Yeah.
Definitely shout out to Ryan, about to graduate at 19 this December. That is insane. That is grinding. Like, you know how to graduate in 2.5 years is insane. So definitely shout out to him. But what's the most intriguing player that y'all can think of during this whole media day?
I mean, for me, it was probably Colin Simmons of the players I've seen. That kid has a quiet confidence about him. You know, I always like the defensive players that don't show their teeth a lot, that don't laugh at every joke. You know, Colin is a very serious kid. You can definitely tell his mind. That kid is an amazing player to me, man. He's well spoken. You can definitely tell he's taking his media tips and what to and what not to say. So for me, it would be Colin Simmons, man. I'm not really, my offensive guy, but he just some of the questions that I caught him answering off of the when they pull him to the side and these media row people get to asking him stuff. Mm-hmm. I've seen a couple of his interviews, and man, he's an impressive young man, definitely.
Yeah, I hate his guts. And he's an outstanding player. He's an outstanding player. Like, Colin Simmons is a really good player. He's one player that if anyone's ever heard me talk about an opponent, I'm just like, yeah, he's terrifying because he is good and he is fun and he's when you turn on the tape, He's one of those dudes.
Yeah.
Like you just watch. You just want to watch and see what he does. Just let him do his thing. You just sit there and look. Like, all right, let me focus on him. God, this is so much fun. It's highlight after highlight after highlight after highlight after highlight. I hate his guts. So I want to make sure that the chat understands that I hate that man's guts because he's a Texas guy. So I have to make sure I put that out there.
I think they know that.
But I enjoy. And as y'all know, right? You know, we talk about this as family. I'm a football guy. I enjoy. If you're a great player, I'm gonna enjoy you because you're a player. I don't care who you play for. I just gotta always throw shade to Texas guys because them's the rules. But I digress. He was really good. He was a treat to watch. You know, one that I enjoyed a lot more than I thought. Marcel Reed.
Yeah,
he really gave some good confidence boosting statements. Like people are down on him overall, but I love the quote of he said to J.D. Piquel. I threw for 361 yards in my first game. Oh, okay. My bad, dog. Yeah, okay, big dog. You did lead your team to 11-1. You right. You did better. You right. I'm my bad, dog. I'm sorry for doubting you. Now you need to go out there and prove it again. Your OC gone. You got to prove it again. We know this. But him coming out there and really being forthcoming with that portion of it was huge. But I did want to make this statement, though, too. I did like that Mike Elko, as I talk about A&M, Elko had one of probably the best quotes out there. They were asking him, they was like, hey, so how do you keep your players motivated? How do you keep them focused? He was like, oh, I just show them the trophy case. I'm like, dang.
That's a fact.
Yeah, you just burned your respect. He's like, hey, man, there's a reason why we need to keep this grind up. Yeah, good. 11-1's cool. We ain't got nothing back here. We need Mo. How do we get Mo? Cool. Win some games. Let's get to work.
I agree, man.
Shout out, bro. Shout out to you.
Yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie, bro. That jump had me like, ooh, that's just keeping it real right there.
Yeah.
It's like Ludacris over there on the Just Incredible show doing the freestyle with the ATLB. It's like, oh dang, that was a bar, bro.
Yeah.
What about you, Ted?
I got to go with Alex McPherson again, man. Only specialist to make it. You know what I mean? Hearing him speak about, his journey, hearing him be 100% healthy, like he's participating in team drills with the regular team, not just sitting off to the side kicking. So like his health is back to what it was, and like to put it in perspective, like he was as good as you can get as a kicker before he went through his medical condition. And I mean literally, like he didn't miss a kick. Like it's the best as you can get as a kicker. And to see him, of course, go through his journey, losing the weight, playing through injury still, being limited in range, and then now seeing him bounce back to full health here at Media Days, team captain, and talking about what the team and means to him, bro. That was, for me, you don't usually the people that get selected for Media Days are like the narratives and the stories. Like you don't a lot of times you don't get like I said, I love the choices because you got to think about it. Champ Anthony and Alex McPherson both had battles with injury. Alex Golich wasn't here for that. Right? Like these are two stories he just learned about when he got here. And he chose those two dudes to come to Media Days to make team captain. So that is, I loved everything about it.
Mine is gonna probably shock everybody because it's not a name that you would just think about. It was Drew Bobo for me. I actually sat there and listened to him, man.
I love Bobo. I love little Bobo, man. Yeah. Not gonna lie.
With him, man, it was just like talking about his family. Like, how do you deal with like the media and like your dad? And trust me, man, shout out to Coach I and all the Georgia fans, man, because I be seeing them kill Bobo. They give Bobo the business. Yeah. I think Auburn, when he was coaching over there at Auburn, they was giving him the business too. But I was just like, boy, Georgia's like a whole nother what? I think because he played there and his son, I was like, man, how do you block that out? And I know a lot of them just be like, oh man, I just block it out and all that stuff, man. But it's just like, I know it like you read some of that stuff, man. It's hard to avoid that stuff, like with your dad play calling and everything. And you are a good player. And it was just like how he praised his mom and everything. Because I didn't know he grew up in Denver at one point. And he was just saying like, because his dad was coaching and his mom had to raise like take care of his 5 brothers and sisters, just like moving around. And I think the moms don't get enough credit when these dads be coaching all the time. Like they have to do a lot of that stuff without somebody helping them, unless you have people at the house. And I think him giving his mom a lot of praise for even though his dad helped him get to where he's at, but he definitely credited his mom for like instilling like the work ethic and all these things that he has to deal with on a day-to-day. So definitely shout out to him on that one. That was probably one of my favorites. Some of them I got to go back, like all the Texas play, I didn't listen to them. Definitely got to go listen to Arch, which going to lead me into my next conversation, which I told y'all early. Well, I say that one. I'll say that one. But anybody that y'all think is going to surprise y'all this season, like anybody in the SEC, it can be from y'all team, our team, or whatever, or just anybody you got your eye on that you think is going to shock a lot of people. Anybody can go. It don't matter. That everybody should keep their eye on them. I can name. Just start it off.
Probably.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Probably for me, it's probably Riker from Kentucky, quarterback from Notre Dame.
Kenny Minchie.
I don't know why I said Riker. I'm thinking about the kicker
Kenny
from
Minchie.
Alabama for some reason. Kenny Minchie. Yeah, I think that he is a name that not a lot of people. Oh, somebody said Kamario Taylor. Yeah, you're right about that too.
Buddy, Kamario is mine. That was my pick. Kamario was mine.
I was about to make a whole spiel on another quarterback. Then I saw that in the chat. And yeah, Mario Taylor.
Kamario's mine. He's the one that I've literally thought about of. Yeah, he's going to be one to watch, man. He was fun in the Wake Forest game, in the bowl game. He was much fun to watch.
Yeah. I think Kentucky's going to be a better team in offensively, and the quarterback is going to be a good quarterback play is going to be a major reason why.
All around.
So that's why I picked him. But yeah, Kamario, if I could change it, it'd probably be Kamario Taylor.
Yeah.
Everybody thought him, I believe. For me, it's not even really I think Bishar put it, it's not really a surprise, dude, but nobody gives this dude no credit. I mean, he's not a surprise, clearly, but when you compare the stats between him and Arch, it's not very much difference. I think Gunnar Stockton is going to have a huge year. I think this kid going to probably be a Heisman candidate. When we think of Gunnar Stockton, we don't think of the top quarterback, but he's going to be on a great team with a great defense. I do believe he'll be in the conversation at the end of the season. I was seeing where some of the chat was saying that Georgia was overrated. And I don't know, man. We've talked about it. I respect everybody's opinion. I just don't see it. This team has won the SEC.
We did with this last year, Coach.
Yeah. Overrated as compared to themselves in the past, maybe. But this year, but make no mistake, you're talking about a team that has won this conference 2 years in a row. So I just don't see what they're saying. Sure, they lost to who? Ole Miss after they beat Ole Miss in the regular season. They lost to them on a humbug. They lost to Notre Dame the year before after a few injuries. This team hadn't lost but a few games over the last couple of years, man. So I respect it, but I just humbly disagree. But yeah,
I think I'm gonna say the biggest challenge I have for Gunnar Stockton on that take is he doesn't put eye-popping stats out there, which makes it really hard to be a Heisman candidate. But I agree with you. I think he may end up putting up better stats and having an opportunity to. He's going to come in there like Stetson Bennett did. Stetson first year, it was like he was just managing the offense. He just kind of existed, and they won the Natty, but he did a good job of not destroying the Natty run. Then the next season is like his numbers just got inflated. He's like all the confidence in the world hit him. He's like, screw this, I'm gonna throw that ball. What's called down there somewhere? Somebody gonna catch this bad boy. So the confidence comes in usually. It's always typically second year in a system you see a guy have that. I feel the same way like about John Mateer. I think it's at that point of it'd be his second year in the SEC. It'll be his fourth year in Ben Arbuckle's system. Like people don't realize it. He was right behind Cam Ward with Ben Arbuckle before Cam Ward bounced and went to Miami. Took over, came to SEC, broke his thumb, but still threw for 2,800 yards, which is not bad for somebody with a screw in your thumb. And now he needs to be healthy. My choice is Camario because watching him in that against Wake Forest in the bowl game, I was like, oh, Levy's got himself a dude that's going to have fun in his offense. Like he's got a dude that can actually navigate the way that he wants to run. And it felt like a Lane Kiffin-esque type run, even though. Because remember, Levy worked for Lane at Ole Miss. He also worked for Hypo at UCF. So he has a combinations of the experience with these different type of dudes that offenses are always high octane and always put up numbers. I mean, hell, Tennessee was one of the top offenses in the SEC last year. Regardless of the record, they could put up numbers. It feels like Levy's now got him a dude that's going to do that. Like he ain't got he ain't got Will Rogers, he ain't got Blake Shapen, these old men that he just needed to be, not screw up the game. He's got a dude that can actually turn up the game. And I think Camario's going to be, like that was the first name that came to my mind. Camario going to be a problem next season. Like I'm a little nervous going to Stark Vegas because of him. Now, granted, I'm curious to see if Arnett, when he comes back in to redo the offense a second time, can replicate what he did underneath Mike Leach. That's going to be a curiosity because they pulled 9 wins out of that season. It was 9-4. Remember that. The question is, can him and Levy do that again? I don't think that it's far-fetched to believe that next season with Camario as a redshirt sophomore, that they can do it. I think that at that point, as a redshirt sophomore and potentially redshirt junior, they're going to be hell on wheels for everybody because they'll have a defense that Arnett does well on defenses. He's really good at that. Mm-hmm. And then Levy, of course, is always going to give you a top-tier offense. Camario Taylor's going to be a problem in this conference for the next couple of years. He's going to stay healthy, knock on wood, but he's going to be fun.
Yeah, I just don't want him. It's a dangerous game. It's a dangerous game going down there to Starkville with us, even when they were bad. And we go down there, man. It was always just one of those games. It was just like the damn cowbell. Like, that's one of the most annoying things. I don't even want to go in that stadium and experience that. I'd be like, stop. Like, that is annoying. I don't even know how they deal with it. But, yeah, he's definitely going to be one of those guys. I can easily say one of our guys who I think is going to be, when it's all said and done, a Jim Thorpe Award winner. That's Dejoun Lee. But I'm not going to use him. But what I am gonna say, it's not a guy. It's a guy in Texas, and it's not Cam Coleman. I think Ryan Wingo is really going to emerge this year, especially with Cam being on the other side.
I think it's been a factor of having a number one with him, huh?
Mm-hmm. And you have technically 2 number ones. It's like I just think it was just a confidence thing with Ryan, man. If he just realized how good he is, I think the first game we're going to realize that in because Devin Sanchez that plays at Ohio State, when Ohio State comes down there, more than likely he's going to be on Cam Coleman. So who is going to be on Ryan Wingo? Because I feel like you cannot
I think he's going to be on Wingo first. I think he's going to be on Wingo. I don't think he's going to be on Cam Coleman. If he play, I don't know if he's a boundary or if he's the field, but either way, I think that if it would, I would make Cam Coleman show me that he's good first. Wingo, we know it take that thing to the house at Texas.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
I wouldn't even question. If they put anybody outside, if they don't put Sanchez on, I don't know who they have because I know Sanchez. I love when he was coming out of high school.
Yeah,
5-star cornerback out of Texas. He is that guy for real. That's why I said he's gonna be one of the ones at Ohio State. If he's not on Cam Arch, I say throw whoever's on him because then I believe he's gonna have a field day. I'm calling it right now 150, 2 tubs. If they do not have that man on him, I am that confident in that man's ability. But Ryan Wingo is one of those guys I have so much confidence in. Ty talked about Ryan Wingo like no other player I have seen him talked about outside of Laciel Brooks. And he really praises Ryan Wingo for his ability. I'm telling you, bro, I think he's about to have a big season. And I feel like it's going to be like an NFL type season. Like I'm about to go to the draft. Because all these boys are juniors now. Him, Jeremiah Smith, Ryan. So we're going to see how it go, man, because I can't wait to see it.
Let me say this really quickly. I see, and shout out to Stephen A. Smith, Miami. Love the name.
I'm about to say, we got Stephen up in this.
Yeah, that's awesome. Shout out to him. I see that out of his comment, the last thing he said was Georgia's D-line turned out to be a dud in 2025. Georgia had the number 4 ranked defense against the run in 2025. So I don't know where you get your stats from, bro.
It's one particular guy. Thank you. I'm so glad. I don't
Look
know
it
how
up.
you keep forgetting this name. The name that is going to keep, I'm going to keep saying each and every week. And I don't even have to say it by the time the season starts. Elijah Griffin.
Yeah, they got another one. They got another one, a young one that played a lot.
Okay.
So I don't.
If you don't believe what Elijah Griffin's about to be, just go look at that high school tape.
Georgia was last in the SEC.
Raylan Wilson even said it in SEC Media Day when they asked about Elijah Griffin. You'll find out this season what he about to be.
I would say go look at what Georgia was in hurries against the quarterback. Sacks are great. What were they in hurries against the QB? They had the number 4 ranked defense against the rush in 2025 in the nation.
They were last. They won the SEC. It doesn't matter.
They are going to stop the run.
And
my favorite thing about all this conversation with them is that is the weakest room that people consider on that team right now is their D line. Like it's more so because it's young and it's unproven. But just like you said, B Sharp, just like you said, Coach, just don't worry. They're gonna show out. And I'll put it this way. If there was a dud in 25 because they weren't as dominant as we're used to. You didn't have the Jalen Carter out there in the backfield every single play like you're accustomed to.
Yeah.
This year they're going to still be a threat and they're going to still be a big challenge for everybody. Next year, 27, when those dudes are juniors, they're probably going to have the best defensive line in the country.
Only we can pick and choose. When a team win the SEC twice, they've fallen off.
Right.
Now, this is Bama.
That is pure Alabama, Georgia, SEC talk right there.
This was Bama and we won the SEC twice. As fans, we wouldn't be trying to hear that. First thing we would say is we won the league twice. So
I think Jay hit on it too. Is like it's because the dominance isn't there. For the last 2 years, when you watch Georgia play, they look like Georgia is a winnable game, right? There was a point in time where Georgia didn't look like a winnable game on your schedule. And now every week that looks like a winnable game. The problem comes into play though is I tell you this all the time, the game of football was invented before the quarterback position. So you can't really fall in love with the skill positions and how that goes. If you can block and you can tackle, you can win football games. You can be competitive in any football game against any team that you want if you can block and you can tackle. In fact, there's a sliding scale. The better you can block and tackle, the less talent you need at the skill position. The worse you are at blocking and tackling, you better have some Heisman Trophy candidates out there somewhere. So like, as long as Georgia is able to block and tackle like that, they're going to be competitive in any football team and in any football game. And they have a head coach that's leading the league in halftime adjustments. Like it's such a thing right now that it's scary. They call it out on the broadcast. Like, okay, halftime, let's see how Kirby's going to adjust. He comes out second half and it happens, right? But that also speaks to the type of player that he prefers. Like these are smart kids, right? A lot like you were saying about Brett Venables. These kids know how to play football. Mentally they are there because you got to have players like that to be able to make adjustments in real time like that. It's not Madden. You don't just start picking plays and all of a sudden we in a whole different defense because I just picked it. Like, no, your players got to be able to execute all those multiple looks and everything that they do. So, Georgia falling off, it depends on what you say falling off. If you look at them as this dominant force in the SEC, that they're just going to boat race everybody every week, then yeah, they're falling off from that. That's not what Georgia football is right now. But in terms of one of the top teams in the conference, like, I don't think they're going nowhere in that anytime soon. But at the same time, when you got those expectations, like a Georgia, people look at, a 9-win season is falling off. It's like Alabama for right now. Like, if you guys go 9 wins again, we're going to start looking at it a little differently.
Yeah.
You go 8 wins, people going to say, oh, it's falling off. You know how many teams would have loved to got the 8 wins last year?
Right.
Like, it depends on where your expectations are. If your expectations are what Georgia was when they won the SEC those 2 years, because they were just amazing on defense, right? All-time great. That's your expectations of Georgia. Then, you look at that and you say, yeah, they falling off.
I look at it a little different, man. Respectfully, I mean, we to me as coaching the game, you compare yourself to your teams. But as an Auburn fan, as an Oklahoma fan, I know as Bama fans, what I appreciate about that team and what I see them do every year is adjust to whatever personnel they have. This is a team that they know who they are, bro. And as an Oklahoma fan, as Auburn, you should I know I can as a Bama fan. They know who they are. They never get flustered. They got down to Tennessee by 14 or 17 points. Man. Ask me, did they start throwing the ball all around the field like most teams would have done? They just continued. They lined up in 13 personnel, bro, 13, and ran the ball. They know exactly who they are. Teams like that will always find themselves in the fourth quarter, because remember this, man. This is why I say I don't really look at them as falling off. I hear what you're saying about they're not the team that's just going to slaughter everybody. The reason why I don't use that in my criteria is in the fourth quarter, when you can't run the football, you give the other team possessions. When you let me say that again. When you can't run the ball in the fourth quarter, you're giving the other team possessions. Georgia don't do that.
Yep.
And as long as they do that, it don't matter. It don't matter about what they done. They won our league twice. I can't say nothing about falling off.
Yeah, it's funny the thought, like I said, the thought process around them is they're falling off, while it's like, I mean, are they really falling off? I mean, I get everybody's talk on that.
You can compare it to yourself.
Right. They're not giving you, like I said, they're not as dominant as we used to. Like, I'm used to Jalen Carter walking around doing stuff. We ain't got that
Brock Bowers.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Got a Brock Bowers. Give me some ginormous human being that shouldn't be playing a position they're playing, but they're playing it. Like some freakish play. We don't have that really. I mean, they've got them, but they don't have them, I guess you could say is the best way to say it. But yeah, until they're dethroned, they them dudes. We just kind of have to just give them that.
Yeah, man. I don't even know why this is even a conversation. Like, we dealt with it last
I think
year.
our fans do it to be sure to internally make ourselves feel better. Same thing they used to do with Alabama. Oh, same thing they do to us now. Oh yeah. They suck now. Look at them. It's just normal. I kind of enjoy it.
Yeah,
it's
man.
funny.
Yeah, I just don't understand it, man. Because it was like, that's why I was like, man, I was just saying week after week, like, look at him do this. I'm like, man, this man won with, like you pointed out, Coach Shawn, many times, this team was Kirby's youngest.
That's fact.
So imagine as I had these boys right here, and they ain't hitting the transfer portal. They just steady being in the system, growing and growing.
Neither is his coaches.
And they just stick right there. T-Rob still there. Oh, Bobo still there. It's same coaches, the exact same coaches. You're lucky Cochran ain't there.
Like you don't have very many teams in the SEC that is retaining both their OC and DC this coming season. When you really look at it, Texas has changed. They got a new DC. They got Will Muschamp coming in to replace PK, which is still one of the weirdest things. But at the same time, Will Muschamp was the coach in waiting behind Mac Brown. So I guess at some point he gonna get that job. One of these days, we'll see. A&M's got both their OC and DC they got to replace. So that's a big different change right there.
Yeah,
Missouri has a new offensive coordinator. LSU has a new head coach / offensive coordinator as well. So they've got some big changes there. Mississippi State's adding a new DC. So there's a change there. Ole Miss has technically a new offensive coordinator. They got the guy from ECU that's coming in to replace it, going down the line. See, you don't have very many like that. Tennessee has a new defensive coordinator going there. Auburn has a new coaching staff, a new offensive coordinator, basically. Florida has a new staff there. Kentucky has a new staff there. South Carolina has a new offensive coordinator. You feel me? Vanderbilt, Oklahoma, Alabama, and Georgia are really the only ones retaining everybody. Everybody else has a bunch of changes when it comes to the key positions in their staff. And that always takes Arkansas, whole new staff. A lot of that takes about a year for it to really gel. So it's fascinating what the year's going to look like because they even mentioned it. The running joke there was the oldest coach at the SEC Media Days was who? Brent Venables. Like, it's kind of wild to think that, like, wait a minute, he's 55. He's the oldest coach in the SEC. It's like,
wow, man.
What?
He's 55? Okay.
Yes. He don't look it. That's
I
the
didn't
best
realize
part.
he was that old.
Right.
Hey, running them stadiums, man, that man looks good, still looks spry. But he's the oldest one in the SEC now. And it's like, dang. When you really put it, it's like, okay. And you start looking at everybody else's job, you're like, no, yeah, you got a whole bunch of 40-year-olds out here. With Kirby being 50, because Kirby's only 50 years old. It's like, wow, this is wild. Would have never guessed it. But yeah, there's so much change happening. So you've got a whole new world that the SEC has really shifted. Now I'm ready to see who's going to be the ones that's going to. Is Georgia going to maintain? Georgia should. They retain all their staff. Bama, y'all retained your staff, so it should be good. Vandy should actually be good again. They've got their staff the same. Of course, Oklahoma, they're considered one of the better ones in the conference too. They should be good. We'll see if Texas can do it with Will Muschamp, who hasn't called plays in 2-3 years. Yeah. We'll see what he looks like. Yeah, man, it's gonna be a different animal in 2026 for the SEC.
I had to still see it with
I think
Vanderbilt.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah, Vanderbilt with the new quarterback and how all that stuff play out. I know Jared Curtis is gonna be good. I just need him. It's starting a freshman in the SEC. It's a reason why I'm gonna keep saying it. You don't see it often.
Yeah,
because you don't.
I'm not mistaken. I was going to say, if I'm not mistaken, Vanderbilt has 8 offensive linemen on their roster.
It's no way.
8.
Ain't no way.
Yeah, I don't know if they've added more since like.
I'm about to say, ain't no way.
But when I checked the first time, it was like 8 on there, and I was like, this got to be a typo.
That's definitely a typo.
It's gotta be a typo.
I counted 8.
8? Yeah, well, I got.
I'm looking now.
Fact, let's look that up.
Yeah, because I
they may have added them. It may have been like
they have freshmen. They've added some freshmen. They're freshmen on here. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So they have 18 listed on here. And there is a good amount of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Was that 6 freshmen that they've added on here, and then some graduates. Looks like they retained. Yeah, they added some more bodies. Yeah, I'd been depressed for them if they would have came out here with only 8 offensive linemen.
Yeah,
what are y'all doing?
But
get fired.
That amount of freshmen, newcomers in on that offensive line with a true freshman starting quarterback.
I'm gonna look at their depth chart now. Yeah,
I'm a Clark Lee guy. Like I don't see that happening. I don't see that happening at all. So if he does it, more power to them down there and what they're running. But I think that the offensive line in Vanderbilt is depleted to the point where you can't put a true freshman behind it.
I just don't believe in freshmen in the SEC, bro. Like Jalen Hurts.
Anomaly.
That's what I'm saying. That's the only one you can think of. Because when I pointed this out last year, like, bro, you don't see freshmen in the SEC. It does not happen. You can go to the ACC and do this. Big 10, Big 12.
Well, here's the thing about that. It's kind of like what I was saying last year. Ask yourself how many true freshmen have started in the SEC that didn't do well. course, you don't see true freshmen start in the SEC, but when they do, they end up playing on Sundays. Like, think about it. Like, what true freshman started in the SEC that just bombed?
Bo Nix.
DJ
Bo Nix
Ladway.
is playing. Bo Nix is playing on Sunday right now. I wouldn't call that bomb.
But where did he go?
That's what I'm saying. You asked.
Now we get.
I'd say with the finishing in the conference, probably not. But still playing, but ended up in Sundays. That's a good point. I didn't think about it that way.
Just think about
you have to be an exceptional talent, or they have to see an exceptional talent in you for you to be able to make it in the SEC as a true freshman. It's a rarity. You're right. It's a rarity. Yeah, it's a rarity. Stat Padford was, Peyton. Manny did Manny even
all play? This is what I'm saying.
Did Manny play as a freshman?
I think
Blake.
No, he wasn't a true freshman.
Yeah, because he was behind T. Martin, wasn't he?
No, T. Martin was behind him.
I mean, T. Martin won the Natty.
Yeah, the very next year after he went to the league. That's why I said
it's true. You're right. It was after Peyton was gone. You're 100% right. I think Peyton did play as a true freshman then. Well, he may have been a red shirt. You may actually be right. I think he may have been one.
But yeah, man, it's only anomaly. Like I promise you, if we look at it, it's been way more freshmen that have tried, and ain't that the big schools that have played.
But I think probably active it may be 4 or 5 active quarterbacks that started as true freshmen in the SEC alone.
Yeah, he played at
Stafford. You know what I mean? And then if you go outside the SEC, you getting into the Jared Goffs and all of that. Like, I'm not saying that you're wrong. It's tough for freshman quarterbacks to start in any league, but sometimes these guys get it done. And in the SEC, you're not even gonna get on the field as a freshman if they don't believe that you are one of these guys that can play on Sunday.
Yeah. Peyton was a true freshman when he played. Appeared in 12 games, 8 starts as a true freshman, which is bananas. But it's not common. But smaller schools, typically they'll roll the dice. They'll give it a try. You don't get it, but you don't get it very often. And the Jalen Hurts era was perfect because that was kind of that was when defenses really had the advantage in college football. The rules were kind of a little bit more tailored and allowed for them to be as physical as they would like to be able to be as dominant. Then NFL made the rule changes. College football started making adjustments. Started to see that, but that was the one. That was one of those rare eras of, that dude can come in here and we can have a guy that's a pseudo quote unquote run first guy, even though Hurts isn't a run first guy. You can do that and survive. Like he was SEC Freshman of the Year, and his numbers were solid. They just weren't what you're used to from a guy that you would expect to pass the ball a lot. You know what I'm saying? And then it just I think to me is more so because whoever the offensive coordinator is, it still baffles me that Brian Daboll was his offensive coordinator that year. Yeah. Like it's still just funny to me that he was the OC. Like, dang, he really was at Alabama for a year and then he bounced out. Just didn't work out for him.
Yeah,
it happens.
He didn't even like Jalen.
Yeah.
Nope.
That's what makes.
He didn't play the first game, right? Like he started his second. Didn't he sit out his first game his freshman year or something like that?
No, Brian Daboll was the second year.
I'm talking about Jalen.
That year. No, Blake Barnett started against USC and then
took
over.
Yeah.
That's what I said, man. It's very rare that you just see a guy that literally just start day one and then just be that guy. You had those numbers like a Peyton Manning, a Matthew Stafford, MVPs.
Chris Lee.
Bo just got better getting out of comfort. I think it was just too much.
Bo went 9-3 his freshman year in the SEC.
I wouldn't consider that him being best. That being best version of Bo.
Successful season. I don't think we had a season like that since. To be honest with you.
Well, that's y'all. That's Auburn. I'd love to see Auburn fail.
Did Aaron Murray start as a freshman? I couldn't remember.
Probably so.
Probably so.
He's an all-time leading passer. Yeah.
I can remember he was a red shirt or a true freshman. I couldn't remember.
I don't know. He might have been a red shirt.
I know Eric Ainge did for Tennessee.
That's what I'm saying. It's like it's easier to find quarterbacks who started as freshmen that went on to be successful than it is to find quarterbacks who started as freshmen who didn't go on to be successful. Like there's nobody can think of one quarterback that started as a freshman that just bombed, that it hurt their career.
Blake Barnett.
Like that's a tough one to find. Most times these guys end up, if they believe that you can start as a freshman, then you are of the talent to play on Sundays because they just don't let anybody out there as freshmen.
I will give you. I can think of guys. I thought about 5 dudes.
Nobody's taking who?
TJ Finney,
Blake Barnett.
Blake Barnett, definitely.
Were they true freshmen when they started?
Yeah, he was a true. Him and Jalen came in the same class.
No, they both were true freshmen.
Yeah,
they have a 50-50 split in the same year.
Yeah, by the second quarter, I was the second quarter. They pulled him and put Jalen in,
and the rest is history.
Which is crazy. The fact that he actually started over Jalen to begin with.
Yeah, it is wild.
Cali kid playing USC, you know.
But y'all is gonna have a true freshman star regardless. Then for y'all, it almost didn't have a choice.
Yeah, because I can't remember who was on the roster at that time. So yeah, we was pretty young.
Darius Stewart.
Yeah, we had a squad because we legit had a squad that year. But let me ask y'all this: now your Heisman. Who's your Heisman favorites out of this conference? And of course, I know other conferences have a chance, but just in this lovely conference that we love so much, it can be your own team if you want to be biased.
Okay, Byron Brown.
But if you're gonna pick your team, give me somebody else. That's not on you.
Gotta give a reason. Gotta a good reason for it.
I'm going.
Obvious. I'm an Auburn fan. Number 2, you talking about number 1 transfer portal quarterback in the country. Threw for 3,000 yards, ran for 1,000 yards. Looked good against SEC competition when they played against SEC competition. Didn't win all the games, but he's got some games where he threw for hundreds of yards against SEC competition. Even looked decent in the Miami game, until that game got away. And with the system, I expect the yards to be there. That's one thing that's consistent with people that run this type of system. You look at what Heupel does. Look what Tennessee put up with a quarterback that they didn't even know was going to be good. Like everybody just trashed that kid. Coming into there, we don't know what Tennessee's quarterback situation is going to be with Nico leaving, and you get almost 3 receivers with 1,000 yards. You get 1,000-yard rusher in this system. I'm not saying that we'll be what Tennessee was, but the system is catered towards putting up stats and numbers. So I think that those will be there. You couple that with a solid winning season, get to 8-9 games, I think he'll be in New York.
For me, I'm going to obvious. I don't think a quarterback gonna win it this year. They're gonna want a quarterback to win it, but to me, bro, I'm going Jeremiah Smith. You got Julian throwing you the ball. They're gonna feature him this year. They're gonna throw that. He gonna get 17 passes a game this year, guaranteed.
So.
They want him to be a first rounder. He probably already got that locked up.
No, that's been locked up since freshman year.
It's been locked up.
Yeah, I'm going with Jeremiah Smith, man. That kid.
Well, Coach, who you got in the SEC that will be a finalist? Since you think
Jeremiah's I would say Arch is probably going to be Arch by sheer politics is going to be a finalist.
Oh man,
he could throw for 2,700 yards. He's gonna still be in New York, bro.
Arch who?
Guaranteed.
Smith. What's his last name? Art Smith.
Arch, if his name was Arch Smith, we wouldn't have those. You know what I mean?
Mid-season form.
I mean, everybody's high on Trinidad, and I am too. But I want to see him do it this year. A lot of film out there on him now. I'm sure he's gonna have a great season. But Arch is gonna be there, man. Just by sheer, he gonna be there. SEC, I would go Arch. I would go. Man, we got a lot of young quarterbacks. I'm going Gunnar Stockton. Gunnar Stockton is going.
There you go. That's a good one.
Gunnar Stockton is going to be there, bro, because this kid did not play like a first-year starter. He's back. Got a lot of weapons back on that team. Georgia going to be in the fight for the thing again. I think that kid just like Jay said. I don't think he's going to whop you with 4,000 yards pass or nothing like that. But he's going to be probably on a 1-loss or undefeated team. He has a quarterback. and he's an older quarterback, so they're gonna give him that love. They're gonna give him that. Plus, everybody dogging Georgia. So, and if Georgia come back strong with a Georgia-esque year, they're gonna give him some love. I think you have to.
What about you, Jay?
I think the SEC will have at least 2 people representing them at Heisman conversations, and I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I think John Mateer is going to end up there. I think John's going to end up one of them finalists. I think
he was on the
healthy John Mateer. He's going to end up putting up the numbers that's going to be needed to force them to have to bring him up there. I don't think he's going to put up a Jaden Daniels type stat line, but I do think that he can get you at his best 3,500. He put up 2,800 yards with a screw in his thumb. He can get you 3,500 yards plus. He ran for just under 500 yards last season. I think he ups that to like 700. I think he gets you 700 to 800 yards rushing. Similar to, I think him and Gunnar Stockton put up similar stat lines. At least them two both being ended up as Heisman finalists.
Hey, we said this about cause we like John, man, because he was already heading in that direction before he got hurt.
Yeah, and injury was one of those fluke ones where his thumb was hit on a Edge's helmet. It wasn't even a reckless injury. It was one of those.
Didn't it happen in the Auburn game?
It did. He had the Edge. Who was the Edge that was there last year? Gosh, what's the name? The top Edge for you all at Auburn.
Deron Crawford.
No, the other one.
Keldrick Falk.
Falk, yeah, it was Falk. It's Keldrick Falk. He threw it and he hit basically on the side. He hit Falk's helmet, and that's basically how he broke his thumb. He finished the game because that happened in like the second quarter, and he played I think the final drive he was 15 for 16 for like 150 something yards, and then the second half he had a good half, but thumb. I guess they shot him up. He felt numb, and he's out there just and then when they finally evaluate, they're like, yeah, we can't keep shooting you up. You're gonna have to have surgery if you're gonna survive, and the rest was history.
And then I felt like y'all brought him back too soon.
Yeah, he said that. He talked about that.
Yeah.
It was less about feeling like he came back too soon. It was more of I learned that I was able to do it, but it sucked looking at the tape. That's basically what he said. He was like, yeah, it stunk.
It's funny.
It stunk. But he said, and I appreciate John for saying that, he was like, I learned that I was able to do it. It was a good growing situation for me, and I'll make better decisions with stuff like that going forward. But he was happy that he doesn't regret doing it. He just knew that he stunk. I'm like, I get it. You're a competitor. That means I understand it. I appreciate that you head down and you was able to do it.
I think for me, man, I think it's so obvious. With a year under his belt, man, all the weapons, they're one of the best play callers, if not the best play caller in the country. I think it's set up for Arch, even though these two at the bottom hating on him. But it's going to be, I feel like this man, especially if he comes out crazy in that Ohio State game, and then the games that they have ahead of them, it's set up for him to be up there. It's set up for them to win now. It's set up for them to be in Atlanta. Defense, I felt like if they could have kept Anthony Hill for another year, that would have been major for them. If they kept him, I would have really be picking them probably to win the national championship. I still haven't made up my mind yet on that end. But yeah, man, I think it's just set up for him to just do something that his uncles couldn't do, and that's probably win a national championship and win a Heisman. I think it's just set up for him this year, man, to just go all the way. But outside of Arch, that I would say, because I want to say one more, because if it's not a quarterback, it could be a quarterback this year, Coach. Just thinking about all the quarterbacks that's coming back this year.
I think Jerry Smith gonna get too much love. They love him. They love him.
They love him, man.
Man,
dirty draw.
He's that guy, man. He is that guy.
He gonna perform.
He is.
Man,
I can't
dirty
take nothing
draw.
from him, man.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, if my team, the good old Washington Commanders, are sitting so high up there, you go get that prize right there, man. And it's this year.
Look, Jay, I watched that kid a lot. I think
Mhm.
he's better than Marvin Harrison in college. Marvin,
Really?
I do, man. A lot of Marvin's catches, a lot of times he just was bigger than the D. Jeremiah be actually hitting like that boy run a post corner and lead a safety turning around. He can actually run routes. Like that kid can run right. He ain't scared to catch the ball over the middle.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? A lot of them receivers don't like going there behind them linebackers and in front of the safeties. They don't like that. That kid don't care. He'll block on the run. That I think he's better than Marvin Harrison, man.
You know what's crazy about that, Coach?
What's that?
He came with all that from high school. You don't see that.
That boy different, man.
He had all of that as a true freshman.
Cat don't care about the limelight. He don't care about no cameras. You know. See, man, I ain't even gonna get on that. Just know that kids that come from nothing play like it. That's all I'll say. When you know you got to go back to that. If I don't play well, it's a different kind of motivation, bro. It's a different kind of, motivation.
Yeah, I get that, especially with I don't think it's so much as like how it was back in the day. A lot of those guys just different. Or you just come get a kid like John Lynch, who pretty much was a silver spoon kid, but he'll knock your ass out.
Yeah.
Just like it's certain kids are just built different. Like you just don't want to mess with them. It doesn't matter where they came from. And he was one of them. But I definitely get what you're saying.
I'm strictly speaking on offensive players.
Oh, yeah.
It's different with offensive players. Defensive guys, you can find them. Offensive guys, it's a little different. You gotta. It's so easy to be selfish on offense. I just say it like that. Offense, I can just do my part, damn everybody else, and still, I can get by like that. It's hard to find them kids with a hunger and a fire to do the little stuff right on that side of the football. It just is.
Because I know I only have just probably two more things before we get up out of here. Because I know Jay brought this up earlier, and there you go right there.
Hilarious, dog.
Shout out to the guys at the next round for this list because they had a poll.
Likability.
They did a straw poll, dog. They did a straw poll likability, dog, and you knew who was going to be the top and who was going to be the bottom. It's just hilarious.
I'm just trying to see what Eli do to not be liked. I don't know.
Nobody likes Eli Drinkwitz, man. The nickname for him is Millhouse. So just keep thinking about it that way. That's all you got to think about when it comes to drink. They call him Millhouse. So that tells you exactly how people feel about the guy.
I guarantee you not one reporter went to SEC Media Days and was like, yeah, I got to see what Drinkwitz got to say.
Got to see what Drink.
Well, the thing is, he going to give you some bangers of quotes, right? Mm-hmm. Like, he didn't say some outlandish things that you enjoy, but it was still one of those, the personality on him was one of those,
because one coach I just didn't understand, because I was talking to Tez earlier and I was saying it to him. I was like, damn, man, these folks really mad at John Summerall because he was mad at this guy for his phone going off. I'm like, I think you lucky that one Coach Saban. Because I'm like, you have a phone ring in a coach's meeting. Let's see how that go. So I think people being a little soft on that.
So Pete is the most liked coach per their poll?
That's
probably so.
That's what it's saying.
Wow.
I'm about to say Ryan just got here, so I'm trying to figure out why they don't like him at all.
Yeah.
Who?
Ryan Silverfield. Yeah. Will Stein. Kaylin.
A lot of people don't know a lot about him, probably.
I'm just still tripping off the origin. It's just like
it was just so out of nowhere. I'm like,
Like I would have left that one alone. But I'm gonna ask y'all this before I bring up. This probably my last thing that I bring up. Who are y'all picks? This is definitely perfect. Who are y'all picks for to go to Georgia for the SEC championship game? It's a reason why I'm asking. I'm gonna pull it up time and come up here. My pick, I have Georgia and Texas right now.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go against the grain, bro. I'm gonna go Georgia.
And who your winner gonna be?
I think Georgia gonna win this SEC again, man. I'm going Georgia and Oklahoma. I think Oklahoma gonna beat Texas in the Red River Rivalry this year. I just do. I don't think losing like that is gonna sit well in a game of that magnitude, and the boys gonna remember that. And I just don't know if I get it, man. B Sharp was right though. They're set up to win. Sark got to show me though. Yeah, Sark got to show me though.
Okay.
Bro.
Yep. That's
got to show me.
That's the thing.
Schedule's favorable.
You know, schedule's favorable.
I'm gonna give mine. I want to point out something about that. I got Ole Miss and Oklahoma in the SEC championship.
Ooh.
And I got Oklahoma winning it. And that's not just because Jay on here. But
it's okay. You telling us because of me. Tell me because you love your boy. I appreciate that.
But I don't necessarily believe in Texas. And I'm glad y'all said, because I need to pull it up. I'm glad y'all said that they have a favorable schedule. They do have a favorable schedule on the surface. But when you look at the biggest question mark, which is probably the quarterback position, which ironically is being touted as the biggest strength, this quarterback has to produce. If you look at their schedule, they play Ohio State second week. That's going to be one hell of a defense with Matt Patricia. So look at it in terms of the defenses they play. Then they go at Tennessee. Tennessee led the SEC last year. I want to say in sacks, if I'm not mistaken. They are.
It was either them or us. It was close. Yeah.
Yeah, it was close between. Yeah, so they are a defense they give a bunch of yards, but they are a defense that's trying to create turnovers. That's going to be havoc.
And they got an off week.
Then
the new DC.
Jim knows. Then you go to Oklahoma. And you play Britt Venables, right? Then right after that, you go to Florida, right? After that, you got Ole Miss with Pete Golden. Then you go Mississippi State with Zach Arnett. Then you got Missouri, LSU, Texas A&M. You think about that in terms of defense, they got a murderer's row
of run through that schedule. They're not run through Florida.
They're just of disguised coverage. They're gonna lose to Oklahoma,
Florida.
They might not be Ohio State.
Trash. I wouldn't be shocked if they dump truck both of them.
I'd be surprised, man.
They're not going to lose to Florida. They're not going to lose to Mississippi State.
They shouldn't lose Mississippi State at all. Like they shouldn't.
They shouldn't lose to Mississippi State. But
you talking about testing still, right?
Yes.
But this same Mississippi State team was up on them by 21 points into the fourth.
They were. Their defense gave it up. They give up the booty. You're right.
That furthers my point.
And they got a better DC though. They do. Arnett's a much better DC. So I get your Tez, but at the same time.
I'm not saying that they just going to dominate these games. I'm just saying, like, when we talk about winning the SEC, I see more losses on there because of the defenses that they play than they will have to actually win the SEC. I don't think that they can make it in there with being a 3-loss team. They may not be able to make it as a 2-loss team.
Yeah, I think their challenge is. I see what you mean. I think their challenge is defensively. Ohio State's going to be a challenge. The defense is usually always good. Jim Knowles taking over at Tennessee. They did lose a lot. But I can see where he could configure it and be ready by week 4 to at least be competitive. I think Oklahoma should be able to pull this one off this year, as long as we get actually a healthy quarterback. It'll be the first time in like 4 years, but I digress. Florida retained majority of that defense they had last year, but we don't know who their quarterback is, so I don't trust it.
Fact.
I need to know who your quarterback is. Ole Miss is going to be the interesting one. They got Florida, Ole Miss, and Mississippi State all at home, back to back to back. So favorable. They're the only team, I think, in the SEC that has 3 straight home games in conference. Yeah, they're the only one, as I'm looking at the schedule right now, they're the only one in conference that has 3 straight home games. Nobody else has that.
Let me tell you this. I watch Art. That's and you might be right, Tez. You might be spot on. Listen, I watch Art. Let me tell you something about Arch Manning that I noticed. The teams, even the smaller teams that they should have, the teams that gave Arch trouble was the teams that play zone on him. Yeah. Now he'll pull that thing down and take off running, but if you control that, as long as you play man, I think it was B Sharp show when I said when they played Clemson 2 years ago, I said Clemson play a lot of man. They're going to dump truck Clemson. You crazy shit. They went out there and threw for like 400 against them. If you play a man, that's your base. Sark is going to kill you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you mix it up, play a lot of zone. Arch, for some reason, teams that play zone, he hesitate. And I don't know about this year. You got all this talent. If you're going to give Texas the nod because of talent, then you might as well give that to LSU too, then, because LSU probably got more depth and talent than anybody in this conference on offense. When you look at their receiver, they got probably 4 receivers. They caught 30 balls wherever at all these other schools they was at. LSU got ridiculous talent, right? Now we know, like B Sharp said, the QB spot, Sam Levitt, that's got to be that's got to be taken care of. But my point with Texas is, I don't think they're losing to Mississippi State. I don't think they're losing to Florida. I don't think that schedule that they play, man. When you compare it to other, let's just stay on Oklahoma. When you look at Oklahoma's schedule and you look at Texas' schedule, somebody didn't like Oklahoma again, bro.
They hate us, man.
Oh yeah.
They hate us like they hate y'all. They hate Georgia mainly because we always winning. We was winning here.
I just want to be clear. I'm not saying that they're gonna lose all those.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, those defenses back to back that for a quarterback that has trouble, like you said, against teams that play zone defense and disguise coverage, where you got like 4 of the best ones that we had to offer in the conference, back to back. Those games are gonna be. You look for, if they win them, look for them to look a lot like Mississippi State game did last year. They got
I don't see it like that.
Now,
I think BV gonna come back this year. I don't think BV gonna make that.
I'm with you too. I'm with you there, Coach. I also look at it. 3 of their last 4 games are on the road. They play at Missouri, whose defense actually is usually good. Their offense is what fails them every year. LSU. So at that point, we'll know what a Lane Kiffin is. We'll know, because that'll be like that's week what? That is week number 11. So we'll know exactly what he is. Arkansas at the crib. I don't think Silver feels. I mean, whatever.
No.
But then they traveled to College Station, right? So 3 of their last 4 on the road. That's interesting. But they are the only team in the SEC with 3 straight home games right in the middle of the season, which that's pretty beneficial if you really think about it. And I'm talking about in-conference games. Like, few of them have 3 straight home games, but none of them have 3 straight that are in conference P4 games. It's usually a cupcake mixed in there. No, they play all their tough games straight at the crib. Like, I mean, it's Tennessee bye week, Oklahoma, which is neutral site, and then it's 3 straight home, 2 road, home road. It's
the LSU game is gonna be their toughest one on the road.
The LSU game,
and it probably LSU gonna be tough because, like I said, at that point we know what Lane and them is, and either they're gonna be a challenging game or it's gonna be a cakewalk.
Exactly.
There's nothing that, like, I love Detroit Texas fans. I really do.
We know
because out of the 2 teams, Oklahoma and Texas, when they both came into the league, one of them was playing good football and pushing people around, and the other one was struggling. And they have false expectations. Yeah, I'm about to tell you, they have a sense of fault. They had this false sense of what they have accomplished. I don't want to make this a Texas rant, but I'll go ahead. Before Steve Sarkisian got there, it was 8-5. Right?
I mean, they were that good? What do you mean?
Well, that's
Devo's gonna have a damn stroke.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say.
Devo's gonna have a stroke,
like,
bro.
When I'm saying this about their defense, I don't want nobody to think that I'm saying, like, I'm trying to take up for Texas. No, I want them to think that this schedule is a cakewalk. And then you get in the battle again with Zach Arnett and can't figure out why you can't move the ball with your quarterback with his prestigious last name. That's what I want to happen.
That's all I'm saying as well. That's what we agree.
Slaughter down that whole row of games for them. So there's that, man. It's disrespectful.
One thing I would say, man, I never said it was a cakewalk ever. It was you guys who said it was a cakewalk. I think that schedule is harder than what you give them credit for.
I'm just saying, compared to Oklahoma.
Oh yeah,
if you start comparing them to each other, it's one of the easier ones out of the group.
Well, only difference is they just play Georgia.
That ain't the only difference. B Sharp.
They don't play. They both don't play Bama.
Look at the home and away game.
How does Texas avoid Bama again? I don't get that. Like, how did they avoid y'all again? I mean, I understand there was a home series a couple years ago. I get how.
You won't have them next year either. That's 2 years. You can count on that.
That's bananas. But no, so my pick, and B Sharper told you we're gonna bring this back around. I think it's gonna be OU versus Bama in the SEC championship game, and I think Oklahoma pulls it out. And this is my reasons why. I like Kalen DeBoer as an offensive coordinator and offensive mind with Ryan Grubb putting things together. Took them a season to figure it out. I think this is the time they actually figure all of that out together. Remember, Grubb was here last year, first time here. He spent some time with the Seahawks. He didn't come with Washington. He went with the Seahawks, and it took some time. And as the season progressed, you saw Ty Simpson really start to really get his improvements in, and you started him settling down, and it got better. Unfortunately, you ran into a well-oiled machine in Indiana, and I got exactly what Ty Simpson said when he played against them. No, they didn't have to do anything exotic. They're so dang fundamentally sound that you wasn't going to do nothing to them anyway. Mm-hmm. That was the talent of Indiana. Period. That Cignetti had Nick Saban Estique type set up with the way they played. Can't do anything about that. So Indiana's going to be a problem for futures to come. They may not do nothing this year. Don't sleep on it. The year after that, they're going to probably be a big time problem. But I digress.
I'm glad you brought up that point.
Bama's my sleeper in the SEC this year. A lot of people are trying to say that I think they're done, I think they're down, blah, blah, blah. DeBoer got that extension. I feel like they're going to sneak through this schedule. Because when I looked at this schedule, the only game, there's two games that scare me for you all. It's going to sound weird, but let me explain why. The second game of the season at Kentucky scares me for you all.
It's fact.
This is the reason why. You are on the road, new coaching staff, so it's going to be a little weird. But you got Florida State at home the week next. It feels like the perfect game to overlook Kentucky because they're all new. It's the perfect trap game. And it's only because y'all want Florida State's throat. Y'all want them so bad. You want the revenge. And I would not be upset if that Kentucky game is so close, like one of those, like a 10-3 game. I would not be surprised. I would 100% tell folks like, yep, kind of expected it. Why? I'll clip this and let them know. Reason is y'all want Florida State and y'all want to shove them in a locker. Y'all want to make sure that y'all want to take them out. And I get it. That game scares me. At Tennessee scares me too because it's right in between Georgia and Texas A&M. It's a rivalry game. It's the third Saturday in October. You typically don't overlook a rival, but at the same time, you got Georgia at the crib, you got A&M at the crib. Two playoff teams where your mind could be a little warped, especially after what happened in Kentucky. You might be, all right, we got a murderer's row coming. But luckily, 2 of the 3s at the crib. That road game in the middle, could be an issue. But besides that, I think Bama's going to end up being the sleeper that makes it to the SEC championship game. I think they play Oklahoma, and I think Oklahoma gets a revenge against Texas, like tradition, like we typically always do. We've been owning them for the last 25 years, so I think we get that there. And I think we struggle against Georgia. I don't know if we beat them or not. I don't know if we beat Ole Miss either. It's one of those two games I think we drop, but I think we pull the rest out, and I think we actually end up winning the conference championship game, getting our revenge against y'all from the playoffs.
Man, you have more confidence in our team than we do. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I do. I know. I am one of the.
And then you
Phil Steele. Phil Steele's preview book. Go look at it. He has Bama as his sleeper as well as one of his surprise teams. And when I looked through it, I'm like, yeah, everything lines up perfectly for y'all to do it.
I just have more.
If you want to know just how much. If you just want to know just how much college football has changed, ladies and gentlemen, it is 2026, and we just had a panelist say that Alabama is his sleeper.
Damn.
5 years ago, sleeper and Bama is wild, ain't it, right?
Yeah, like
it happens, man.
And then
the game is changed.
And then especially because Ted's pointed out the Kentucky game, which I had to think about for a second. I was like, you know what? He's right about that Kentucky game. And Jay, what you just pointed out there, it's definitely set up.
You sounded like me, Jay.
We said this last year about the Oklahoma game. We said this. We said right on this set. We said the same thing last year. Look, for me, it's totally different. As far as my own team, look, man. For me, the truth is in the details. I'm not one of these fans that's going to lie to you, and fans get mad, but I respect all the people's opinions. I don't give a damn. Look, man, you got a brand new young quarterback who never started. That's bad enough. You got offensive linemen there who never played together. Michael Carroll is your veteran as far as on this team. That's bad enough. You got an offensive coordinator at times last year that looked like he was coaching peewee ball on third down. That's bad enough. Look, man, I'm cool with 9-3. I'll be happy with that. Now, the next season, because this will be the first time that Coach DeBoer will have a returning quarterback in his system that he recruited. This will be the first time. I think next season, I'm gonna really put belt to ass next season. But that's just my opinion, though.
I get so. This is my only disagree with you, boss. Both Austin Mack and Keelan Russell been in the system since last season.
Yeah,
I
but
feel like that's just
totally
enough. You're right, but I think that's just enough. Look at Ty Simpson coming in this year.
Ty was 50 years old, been there for 4 years.
I get you. Austin Mack is a senior this year. You've got some old man in this here too. I agree.
Yeah, but I saw both of them in A-Day. And
I know.
Young quarterbacks.
I felt the same way about Ty Simpson going into the season, and as the season progressed, you saw it better.
But see, one thing I liked about Ty never showed me that he didn't know what a protection was.
Fair.
He always was aware of what a protection.
Fair.
These dudes here pulling the ball on the opposite side of where the protection at. That's not good, bro. That's not good.
But this is also Grubb. This is also Grubb pulling up as 2 year. This is their second year in Grubb's system with DeBoer. I feel like that package helps. It feels like it feels like Michael Penix again. You know, year one with DeBoer, it was like 8-5, and they beat Texas in the Cotton Bowl. But you know, it was in the Alamo Bowl, and you were like, okay, I don't know what this Washington team is, but it's okay. But then they rattle it off and they go play in a Natty. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The second season, it was 2 years. That's why I feel confident about Mateer. This is his fourth year in the system, but he's also second year in the SEC, understanding SEC defenses. Plus, there's a bunch of change in the conference I think makes it favorable for him. But that's my thing with your guys, with Austin Mack. Same thing with Keelan Russell. One of those two is going to the cream is going to ride to the top, and it's really because they've been in this system together for a year. Now, they could have been dumbing it down in A-Day to make sure that people aren't seeing certain stuff. They may have struggled, but I do feel like Grubb's going to have them in such a better position than even Ty Simpson had for your concern as well. Understanding defense's protection, knowing where to get rid of the ball. I think they're going to be prepared for this season, but just because they know the book and now they can add additional wrinkles. That to me is going to help so much more for them both, especially because Austin Mack, you know, he's a senior. He's seen some things. We just got to see if he can actually put it all together.
Also, my bad, Ted.
No,
we also young at the signal callers on defense.
True.
Coming in for Virginia Tech, to me, he more of a safety. Just playing middle linebacker. He ain't no thumper. I even on his tape at Virginia Tech, I didn't see he fast, running sideline side. Both your middle linebackers gonna be extremely young. So
my question for Alabama is probably on both sides of the ball is up front physically. Can you commit to playing that brand of football? Like, can you run the ball with intent? I think you guys got the horses in the backfield for sure. That running back room is extremely talented. Last year it kind of felt like they ran the ball because the down and distance said, "Oh, people run the ball right here, so let's just call one." It wasn't like married into the pass game. It was just running it to run it. Like, to run the ball with intent. To be able to play physical, especially in the fourth quarter when you have to maintain leads and you're trying to close games out. Can they do that on the other side of the football too, with so much turnover in the front seven for Alabama? Is it going to be physical up front? Can they play that physical brand of football up front to complement what I think is probably the best secondary in the conference, probably the country? Honestly, they're up there in that number if you start looking at secondaries. So that's my question for Alabama, and it would always be that. My predictions on Alabama will change drastically if they come out week 1, week 2, and I see that they are running the football effectively and with purpose. Then a lot of the games that I will have picked for them to win or lose or score will change drastically. But as of right now, I got to go with what I've seen, and I haven't seen them do that. And ironically, the same thing exists in my head for Oklahoma. Like, I want to see, how far can they go with John Mateer being the leading rusher on the team? Like,
not very far. I don't. I don't have confidence in any team that forces their quarterback to be the top runner. I mean, think about it. Jaden Daniels led their team in rushing, and they did not play for the national championship. They went 9-3. The key games you need in order to make it a playoff run and go deeper, you can't have your quarterback be all of that. Now, granted, the thing that's different, this is where, unless you really follow the team, you wouldn't know it. For Oklahoma, the biggest challenge in the run game was your two main backs were injured, and honestly, your other two weren't playing because they were about to transfer. They lost the start. They lost their jobs from a freshman and a sophomore, and they kind of granted them the we'll let you red shirt and go ahead and transfer out. Javonte Barnes is now at Kentucky. If the 5-for-5 was around, I think the run game would have looked different because you wouldn't have had only two dudes you could really play. It didn't work out. He realized that the SEC is way too tough for him. That just was not his bag. Oh. So that was where the challenge came in. Now, this year, we got 5 backs. You got 2 freshmen who want to steal people's jobs. You got a true junior in Xavier Robinson, who, when healthy, is really good, right? He was Bama fans know about Xavier Robinson from when he was as a true freshman, right? And then Torrey Blaylock will be a true sophomore, and he's had his shoulder stuff taken care of, and he should be good. And then they brought in Lloyd Avant from Colorado State to add an additional bowling ball type player. But you got 5 guys who will play this year, and with the 5-for-5 makes it even easier. But all 5 of those dudes can play. If we had that many players, because we had one of our backs had ACL surgery, sucks. And then, of course, like I said, the 2 other guys, and then the other ones were looking to transfer. That's a saving grace for Oklahoma this year in the run game. We'll be able to figure out somebody. The run game should be a hell of a lot better because of that. Plus, the offensive line, you're not going to have 3 freshmen. You got 3 sophomores. Well, a redshirt sophomore and 2 true sophomores ready to go with 2 seniors.
Talented. Yeah.
Lots of the experience, the cohesion. They looked better as the season progressed, but you still had 2 injured running backs, especially in that Bama game. That sucked. X-Rob's knee was still bad, even though he should have caught that pass that touched his hands. He still had a bad knee in that game. He tried it, and it just... So in the end, I don't expect John Mateer to be the leading rusher, but I do think he's going to put up a lot of rushing yards this year.
So, Jay, yours was Oklahoma, Alabama. Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
Coach Shawn, I forgot which one you said.
Georgia, Oklahoma.
Georgia, Oklahoma.
With
Georgia
winning.
Georgia. Mm-hmm. And Tez, which one was yours?
Oklahoma, Ole Miss.
So everybody got Oklahoma, but I clearly don't. I have.
We still love you though. We appreciate it.
It's all good. I got Georgia and Texas, but I got I don't know who. I'll take Texas. I'll just take Texas because I think they built to win this year. But this is the reason why I asked this, just to close it out. Because the media picks the preseason champion and the actual champion over the years. And so the media out of these last 25 years only got 8 of them right.
Which is crazy. Mm-hmm. And they ain't picking us to go. They ain't picking us to win. I don't think I've really seen anybody really pick us.
I don't think they should have made the picks.
Yeah, the preseason picks are in. I think we'll get them tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, they do it through Thursday. They compile them, and then Friday they release them.
That's funny. They got a stretch where they just went straight Alabama, and that's like the only time that they was right.
Yeah, well, that was the safe answer. Yeah, you know what? We'll just go Bama. Yeah, just go Bama. They got all these.
You go out on the limb on these.
And that's why I said, man, it shows you. I don't see nothing that was just too out the way. Tennessee is just crazy for these couple of years. Yeah, but outside of that, but if you look at it from 2013 to 2025, Bama was on here a lot.
Yeah, and it's
I
crazy.
can't even remember y'all in 2015. Tez, why they pitch y'all. Was that? Did y'all return? Who y'all returned back?
That wasn't Stidham, was it?
No, it wasn't Stidham. What's my boy name? Because y'all was fresh off the national championship. Who was y'all quarterback?
Yeah, in 13 after Nick Marshall? That was Stidham.
So it was Nick Marshall. Was it Nick Marshall that was going to lead y'all?
No, Nick Marshall left in 2014. I don't know why
Shawn
they
White
picked us in 2015.
and Shawn White and Jeremy Johnson were the two quarterbacks. They both threw for 1,000
so they
yards.
probably had Jeremy.
That was the
And
Jeremy
Barber was y'all's
you're
running
right.
back.
You're right. You're right. Never mind. Yeah, now I get it. Yeah, you're right.
Check out Patriot Life comment
Jeremy
before you get
Johnson
off your show. My bad.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to it now. My fault.
That was crazy.
I'm missing something. Hold on. Dang. It's not true. Did I miss something?
The whole media thought we would win the SEC that year.
Yeah. Oh, my fault. There you go. You talking about this one?
Man,
Yeah.
Good.
So what's your thoughts on Tennessee paying all that money for a number one running back?
$2 million, bro.
Yeah, I sent y'all the thing in the group, man, and I don't know, man. I guess, hey, it's just the market. I guess
Makes sense to me.
Yeah,
where you going?
And then I looked it up. I wouldn't say I looked it up because it popped right on my Twitter.
Not a veteran now, but out of high school.
Yep, and see, like Ohio State, it was the guy that covers Ohio State. I think he was saying like the accommodations for the player, like
family travel and all of that.
And all that. It was just too much, and so now we trying to do all this for a player. Like it'd be one thing, you get your number, we can offer you playing time, stuff like that, but you trying to get all this, and guys that like Bo Jackson, who is a proven running back, not getting none of this. It's kind of hard to just be like, why is this kid getting like that? Is he Adrian Peterson? Is he Reggie Bush?
I know, right? I think he's going to be really good, but man, it is a lot. But at the same time, I think Tennessee has to do it, right? Unless you're going to kid out of Atlanta.
I agree with that.
It's hard. They're not in a area that produces a lot of talent. Think about it. You know, it's 2.5, 3 hours to Nashville, similar drive to Atlanta. So distance wise, you can get kids from one of those two places, but there's nobody right there in Knoxville like that. So they've got to throw money at certain players. And in Heupel's system, it's better to have a good back. I mean, Dylan Sampson was a beast, and that was the engine to his offense and made his quarterback's life so much easier. So, I mean, Deshaun Bishop should be better this year, but at the same time, they need another bell cow after him, and I don't think they have it yet. He may walk in as a freshman and put up some numbers, but you kind of got to at $2 million. You starting, Bubba. You starting, Bubba. Luckily, you got to wait. I mean, he's 5'11", 220, so obviously he's built to play in the SEC. I mean, that's around Nate Frazier, Keywan Lacey, Ahmad Hardy size, Torrey Blaylock. That's their size, right? 5'11", 6 foot 210. He's 220, so he's ready. Bubba, show us what you got.
Bryce Underwood getting $10 million out of high school.
Bryce a QB, but listen, man.
Yeah, but a running back.
I get it. That's the day and age we're in. I'm right there with you. You know that spot is. I'm sweet on that spot.
I'm gonna ask you a question after that.
That position
too, baby.
But brother, $2 million to his out of high school. I don't even know if you can play college ball yet. I know what the film say. I have no clue if you're gonna adjust to colleges. People forget, man. College is totally different, bro. Totally different.
Let me ask him this real quick, Tiz, because I gotta know this. Just say you had no choice. They're your final three. It was Tennessee, Auburn, LSU. They offering you $2 million. Which
Tennessee, Auburn, LSU. Sheesh. Golly, that's freaking awful. I think I'll probably go
Tigers.
I'll probably go to LSU.
Okay, take off LSU.
I'd probably go to Tennessee. I'd probably end up at Tennessee. Too.
No, they couldn't give me $20 million.
I mean, and that's your rival, so I totally understand, right? Like I feel like us in Tennessee are kind of like borderline blood relatives, right? Like
I go to Auburn,
distant cousins.
Tennessee, easy peasy. Give me
we were explaining this last year. The folks in Northern Alabama hate Tennessee more than they hate Auburn.
See, look, Jay, let me explain to you really quickly before we go. I rather if God said you got to lose to one of them, that's y'all's one loss. It can only be the one of them. I'd rather lose to Auburn than lose to Tennessee. That's
hilarious to me. That is classic. So it's a Northern Alabama thing. I get it.
When Auburn beats us and tells you, I love you, it's just like a little gnat. You know how you be in the woods, a little gnat. Okay, go away, you won. So
hey! If God gave me a choice of who to lose to between Texas and Oklahoma State, I lose Oklahoma State any day of the week. I don't care about that. Like you say, it's a gnat.
Nope. Tennessee fans, bruh, they're just different, man. I can't stand them, bruh. And I love Vols. My homeboy Vols in the chat, love him to death. But
I get it.
You can warg me to death. It don't bother me one damn bit.
Nope.
So what? But Tennessee, that physically hurt me, Jay. Like
orange just kills you, right? Yeah. That Tennessee orange just makes you sick, man. Right?
It physically messed me up.
That is so
it's
funny.
it's bad shade of orange. Like it is.
It's fluorescent.
Yeah, I know all of the oranges in the Crayola box. Like you really
said, absolutely not. You will not disrespect me in these streets like that.
Man, I
just reached.
I don't care what this man say, bro. I would never. How he look at Tennessee is how I look
at Auburn.
How I look at Auburn.
That is so.
And I was just like Tennessee. I never really. I'm like, okay. I never really understood it. That's how I look at Tennessee.
Explain about the North Alabama game, B. Shaw, when you get
that's what I said. And people in Northern Alabama feel that way about Tennessee because they probably just closer to Tennessee and they experiencing both of them.
Yeah, Tennessee's 30 minutes down the road. Yeah,
man, me and Tez being from Tuskegee, and we just 15 minutes down the road from Auburn. Yeah. I have seen it. I seen it get, but wow, I was outside when the Kit 6 happened, and when I tell you that was a ball that night, I had a ball in Auburn that night with my Alabama Scutley on. But I seen
you know what I don't understand. I don't understand about y'all's relationship with Tennessee and y'all relationship with Auburn.
Cause they some snitches.
They are some snitches, man. And they
third Saturday in October, baby, it's a tradition.
Listen,
Philip Farmer is a snitch.
We've never done anything to y'all.
Oh, yes, you did.
Y'all exist.
We've said things.
We've never done the video. I didn't know how deep this Alabama and Auburn thing is. Like this thing go back to legislation.
But none of us was old enough to see that. Like you can't be mad about
but
that.
It's in your blood now. That's the problem. It's in your blood. Iron Bowl is in your blood. It's
you was old enough. Most of these people were old enough to see Philip Farmer snitch on Alabama. And here's my problem with it. Let me tell you my problem. We put a Cam Newton jersey on Nick Saban, right? We lost Tree. Man, snitch, y'all ain't do nothing. I ain't see no Alabama fans dedicated to getting it.
We couldn't get him. He couldn't touch him.
Snitch or something. I don't know. Do something. Dig up some dirt and snitch back. I don't know. Do something.
He retired. We can't do nothing to the man. What you want to go physically hurt the man?
It is disappointing.
Man,
then they threw the goalpost in the river.
We can talk about this on another show because I promise you that's
down the street.
I gotta run, Jen.
Hold on. We about to end it right now.
All right.
We about to end it right now. Hey man, appreciate everybody coming up in here, especially my dog Jay that came up in here on Unfair Sports, Mr. Oklahoma himself. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you
appreciate it.
Everybody subscribe to his channel, which will be down in the description. My brother, can you tell the people where they can find you and all that, even though I just told them and all
your I'm all over the place, man. Follow my channel at Unfair Sports, OU football, SEC ball. We're going to really expand heavily into more of that stuff. You can follow me at Locked On Sooners for all OU content as well, man. But I appreciate it. Like I said, I'll be back. I'm going to get my toothbrush back there in that guest room.
Hold on, before you go, what t-shirt you got on, man? Because I call you the t-shirt king.
I got on Baku, man. Are you done? Are you done? Black Panther. Bring Black Panther. Are you done?
That's dope.
Appreciate you always coming up here, brother. You already know the love, man. Always.
Absolutely.
Love.
I'll catch y'all later.
Yes, sir. Tez.
Yeah.
No, wait, Big Shop. I need to ask Tez. I need to know. I know we picked y'all for 8 o'clock. I ain't never got a chance to ask Tez from an Auburn side. Tez, from an Auburn fan, and I probably know which one it is, but I need to know from you. Bama or Georgia, if you had to lose the one.
I can't pick.
Oh, that's a great
one. I post it every year. Like I hope the game end in a tie. Like I hope.
But you gotta pick one.
Locker rooms
because I want to know from his side.
Case of the swine. Like I don't
pick one.
Really. If I had to pick one,
because Georgia's a big rival of theirs too now.
I'll put it to you like this: I would rather lose in the current state to Georgia. There's a reason why I'm saying that. Alabama game is at the end of the year. If we win that game, that means our football team is headed on the way up. This is the only way I can look at it. Every time we beat them, we went to the SEC championship for the last, 15, 20 years. So that game has had more importance than the Georgia game.
It's still
That's how I answer.
And then we got a chance to pull number 7 on y'all. And I know you want to end it right now, but 7 is coming, man. Like if any Game of Thrones people in here, winter is coming.
Winter is coming.
Winter is coming.
We'll see. We'll see.
In words, I forgot the band name, but you can't
Jon
stop
Snow.
Jon Snow,
Hey.
man.
Yeah, I do want to point out, like, we hadn't won over 7 games in 8 years. So
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, it is
so
8 years.
it's not like these have been great teams built this record off of.
I don't care.
We built it when we beat y'all 6 times in a row. Y'all was number 1 in the country.
Cool. When y'all were beating us 6 years in a row, that wasn't our best teams.
Y'all was
No,
where we are right
you
now.
can't. Yeah, you see how that flipped right
When
there?
the last time? No, I'm saying when the last time y'all went 8 years without winning 7 games? Exactly. It's not been this bad.
Pre-Saban. Man, whatever, man.
Long time pre-Saban.
Well, we about to get up out of here, everybody. Appreciate everybody coming up in here. Y'all already know season is approaching. That means more people from other channels coming up here to talk they mess. Definitely appreciate Jay coming up here. And like I said, I'm gonna try to end it at the 2-hour mark. So Tez, you go ahead.
Yeah, I'll be quick, man. Hey, you can find me at It's SEC Season or at SE Season on all platforms, man. Been absent for a minute. I know I saw a couple people asking, like, oh man, when is he gonna get back to? I got something that is dropping within the next week. You guys
new
gonna
album.
start seeing it. Yeah, it's a new album, literally. But you'll start seeing posts from it within a couple of days, man. And when I do come back with an episode, you'll see what I've been working on. I hadn't just been sitting on my hands, guys. I've been coming up with something that I think everybody would like. So excited to show that. Go ahead, hit the subscribe button over there. Make sure you got your notification bells turned on, because when this, I got a feeling when this drops, it's gonna be pretty major. So, guys, appreciate you guys always for having me. Coach Shawn, of course, it's always a pleasure. B Sharp, always a pleasure. And Jay, he's not here no more, but yeah, always a pleasure to be on here talking with him, man. So appreciate you guys.
Coach Shawn.
JMHO Sports Talk on Twitter and YouTube. Got a couple videos we already made, just ain't put them out yet. It's coming. And big shout out, man, to my man Wes Garrett. Wes is a new cat onto the YouTube. He a Georgia fan. Cool as all get out, man. He know his football. I talked him into coming on to the show. He just starting his channel up, man. We're gonna give him some love. Big shout out to my brother Wes, man. I think his channel is called Peach State Menace. And we're gonna get him some good love, man.
That's a
real
dope
good
name.
dude. Real good dude, man. Much love to him. Holler at me.
That sounds like a menace
Sound like a neighborhood.
Peach Street Menace. That sounds like
Wes about that video. I love him to death, man.
Oh yeah, man.
So definitely like that old man. Sound like that old man house in your neighborhood where kids used to dare people to go knock on the door.
Bet you won't go over there.
Peach State Menace.
I swear.
We never seen them
man.
before.
We'll catch y'all on the next one, man. That's what I said, man. When the season come up, man, y'all know every Monday, man, that's gonna be the recap show where everybody gonna be on here talking that mess over the weekend, whether they team win or lose. Hopefully we go undefeated, so we don't never have to talk about the losing. And then, of course, the post-game show. So we ain't got to talk about losing on that either. Just all the way through, just win, win, win. But y'all already know forever in a day. Y'all already know.
You say that to Philip.
Huh? Say what?
You say that to Philip.
It's all about relationships, man. You gotta have a certain relationship to do certain things with certain people. You know this. But we'll catch y'all on the next one. And y'all already know, roll damn tide.
Roll Tide and